This week's video, I wanted to talk about pliers. So first of all, I want to start, excuse the dirtiness of the back of the truck. Friday, I did a bunch of hydraulic hoses with the other mechanic, and I got some oil on the back of the truck, and then the job site's very dusty, so I haven't had a chance to wash it yet. I wanted to show pliers. So I've done videos on like water pump pliers and the pliers, wrenches and stuff, but these are the pliers that I keep in the truck that I use. I don't use everything on an everyday basis, but this is what I pretty much use in this truck. So let's zoom in here and I'll show you a couple things. All right, so first we're gonna start on this side. So these are just Carlisle. These are just basically hose pinch off pliers, and I actually need to get another set of these. These weren't that expensive at Napa. I don't remember how much they were, but you know, like if you gotta pinch off coolant lines and stuff, that's what these are great for. So I did a def header on a wheel loader, I don't know, Wednesday, Tuesday, a few days ago. So I actually needed another pair of these, so I'll probably pick up another pair of these. These ones I think are, oh no, these are USA made. If you can see that. I don't know who makes them for Carlisle. I don't think Carlisle actually makes them, but they're all right. They work good. They were cheap. So then these are just regular old, I think these are 420s. Probably can't see that, but these are just channel lock 420s. I actually don't use these all that much since I got the Cobra pliers, but I keep them in the truck just in case. Sometimes you just need a beater pair of channel locks. And you know what? People talk about channel locks, but they are USA made, and these are great tools. I mean, these I think were like $10 at Home Depot. Like, most people have kind of replaced channel locks with Cobra pliers, but these are kind of expensive. So if you're on a budget, I would go for a whole set of channel locks. Like a whole set of channel locks are not that expensive, so you could check those out. These are the Eagle Grip. I've shown these in a video. I've done a video. I'll link this video down below. These are the Eagle Grip by Malco Vice Grips. This is the snap-on version, which snap-on ones are made by Malco anyway. The jaws are different. So actually, I didn't do this on purpose, but it kind of works out. So these are straight jaws, and then these are curved jaws. And it worked out very well that I didn't realize these were straight jaws when I bought them, but it worked out well that there's one of each. And then this is a Bremen from Harbor Freight. Oh, these are USA made, by the way, too. So this is a Bremen from Harbor Freight. This is a chain wrench. I've actually never used this. I was walking through Harbor Freight. I don't know. It was honestly probably 6 months ago, and I saw this. It was $4 or $5.99, and I was like, that will come in handy. I'll use that. So I bought it, and I've never used it, but I keep it in the truck. Sometimes filters can get really extra tight, so that's what I kind of keep these around for. These ones are Klein, and Kleins are USA made. Not everything Klein makes is USA anymore, but most of the hand tools are. So these are the wire tying pliers, which these are actually different. The heads are slightly different than regular lineman pliers, but they give these out at work for the pipe crews. They use them for twisting wire and stuff. So I got a set of them because like water trucks and stuff that have PTO shafts have safety wire. So I use these for safety wire because they have the little kick here, and then they're really, you know, flat, wide jaws. They work really, really nice for twisting wire. So that's why I grabbed these ones. Starting over here, so these are the Marimoto HS175Cs. I've done a video on these, one of my earlier videos. These are actually kind of difficult to find. So these are Japanese. They're electrical disconnect pliers, and they're usually out of stock on Amazon. You have to get them on eBay, or Amazon Japan has them, but then you have to deal with the conversion, you know, the conversion between Japanese and US dollars. But if you can find them on eBay, they're pretty good. They're really nice, high quality pliers, but they can be a little difficult to find. So just keep looking out for them. When I ordered these, I think I had to wait about 6 months. By the time I saw these and then I wanted to get them, I had to wait about 6 months. So they're just electrical disconnect pliers. I did a video about it. I'll link that. So you just use them to disconnect electrical connectors. These ones are just these are the Crescent Wisps. They're just tin snips basically. These aren't that common. Some of these are actually, these ones look fairly new. I haven't used these that much, but these are nice for, like, you know, cutting metal. Sometimes you got to cut plastic or whatever you got to cut with them. And the nice thing too is Milwaukee makes some of these that I've heard are pretty good, but these Wisp ones were a little bit cheaper. So around Christmas time, look at Home Depot. So they usually come in a 3-piece. You can buy them individually, but if you need two of them is more than the whole 3-piece set. So I bought these around Christmas time. They usually go on sale around Christmas time. So the green and the red, the difference on them, if you look at the jaws, see one's like a left jaw and one's like a right jaw. And then the yellow ones are basically a center cut. So that's why you use all three. So just buy the kit because it's cheaper. And then this is probably definitely my favorite set. So this is the 3-piece snap-on set, and these are a little expensive. I actually just looked up the price on these. It was $174, which I didn't pay that for these, so that price must have recently just went up. But these are really nice, and then if you're using these pliers all the time, it's worth it. I mean, they'll last you, and they're guaranteed for life. So this set, they come in different colors too, if you care about that. There's wire cutters, there's the regular, they just call them regular pliers, and then needle nose pliers. These jaws like hold up really well. These edges are really, really sharp. They don't dull out. I've cut aircraft cable with these and stuff. So these are all 3 USA made. These are the slip joint pliers, 3-position. I don't really use these all that much, mostly hose clamps and stuff. Those like spring clamps is what I use these for. Needle nose pliers, man, these things are handy. And see, you can see the jaws keep up. You know, the snap-on stuff is very nice. It's expensive, but they manufacture all this stuff in the US, and it's really, really nice. So then, stepping back really quick, these are made in Japan. I think I said that. These, I think these are made in probably Taiwan or China. These are probably not, I don't know where these are made. The snap-on pliers I think are worth it. Some people probably don't pay that for them, but get them. And if you just want just the one pair of wire cutters, buy those. I would at least get a good pair of wire cutters. So then now the Cobra pliers, I've shown some of these before, but the main set, so these are the 250s, and then these are the 300s. I honestly use the 300s more because they just work a little bit better. They're a little bit, so I don't know what the conversion is, but the longer ones, I think 16 inches maybe. I think these are 12 and these are 16. Don't quote me on that. But I find myself reaching for the longer ones just because they have a longer grip. And then the jaws open a little bit wider. See how much wider the jaws open? These things, man, there's tons of videos on Cobra pliers. I would get at least one pair of these. Most people start with the 250s. You don't really probably need all of them, but different applications got them differently. So I would get those. And then these are made in Germany. And then these are the big ones. These ones are the 400 millimeters. And these are the 560s? Yeah, 560s. So I actually thought these were these when I bought them. I didn't realize that there was a bigger set. I thought the 400s were the biggest ones. But these are nice. I mean, these big ones, they open real wide. Fuel filters sometimes get stuck. Another good thing that I like using these big ones for is if you're doing like a cylinder and you have like a nut that's like a 4-inch nut, once you break it loose, like there's not a lot of torque on it, it's still really hard to turn by hand. So you can use these to turn, turning pipes and stuff. These are great. I would say you need at least one set of like big channel locks, and if you can't get, these are kind of out of the range because these can be kind of expensive, they have a big set of channel locks, or just go to the Harbor Freight. I had a big set like this of the Harbor Freight channel locks. I think they were like 15 bucks. So I would say at least one big set, because I think these ones are about 100, and these ones I think were like 130 or something. I'll link all the stuff down below. So there's that. Let's move over a little bit more here. All right, so I've shown these before. This is the 7-piece snap ring plier set from Snap-on. So I think these are the best snap ring pliers, not just because they say Snap-on, but they are, let me get with the bigger ones just because they're easier to see. They're just really stout. I've never had the little tips break off on them. So my opinion is don't buy the snap ring pliers that have the interchangeable tips just because they're going to break. The little tips are going to break off. It happens all the time. The tips break off, or they bend, or they're just going to let you down. And one thing that's really cool I like about this design, other ones do this too, is so if you have an external, and then you can just unscrew this little thing, and then it goes to the other side, and then they become internal snap ring pliers. So it makes it really handy. This set I think was about, now they're external pliers. I think this set was it retails for like $250, but I bought it on eBay for about $100. Check eBay for everything. That's what I do. You can get some really good deals on eBay. I just think these are the best. The tips don't mess up. You know, they're guaranteed for life. And then they have a 5-piece set, and they have a 12-piece set. And then they even have the real small ones. Like, these ones are actually common. I kind of use these smaller ones probably more than the bigger ones. And then last are these Icon, the big snap ring pliers. So one pair is an external and one pair is an internal. I've actually never used these ones. Again, it was the same trip to Harbor Freight that I went and bought these. I saw these and I said, hey, those will come in handy. Let me buy them. And like backhoes and stuff, deer backhoes and cat backhoes also, they sometimes have big snap rings that hold the cylinders on and stuff. But one thing I noticed with these, the Icon ones, is these holes are just, or these pins are just too big. So I've had that happen a few times where I went to go use these and the pins just wouldn't fit. So then I had to go back and use the snap-on ones. Just, I don't know, I was thinking about sanding them down or whatever. So sometimes these don't fit. They have a big set that you can buy, like the ratcheting ones. Cat makes them, and then there's another brand. Well, Cat doesn't make them. Cat sells them, but they're for like, sometimes there's like big snap rings that are, you know, this big around, and you don't have the hand force to do that. So they like, you do it and they ratchet open. So I was thinking about getting a set of those, but you don't use those all that often. Those are pretty rare. So that's pretty much all the pliers that I use. Not on a daily basis, but oh, there's one more. Hold on. I was mistaken. So this is the last pair. I keep this pair in my tray. So these are the Icon flush cuts. And guys, use flush cuts. There's no reason to be cutting zip ties with this. Use these to cut zip ties off that you're going to throw away. But if you're cutting the zip tie tails, use flush cuts. These are not that expensive. I think this was like 20 bucks. The snap-on ones are very expensive, and obviously they're Harbor Freight. Icon's trying to copy Snap-on. Like, look, I know these are different pliers, but like, look at those things, look very much identical. These are Chinese made, but man, they work good. I have no complaints with these at all. I like them a lot, and I would buy these. They did loosen up a little bit, but that was pretty nice. So flush cuts are great to have. These are probably my most used pliers, and then second would be this set of wire cutters, and then probably the to round out the top three would be either one of these sets of Knipex pliers. My pliers set up. Hope you guys like that. One more thing. How do you pronounce this brand? Knipex or Knipex? I was told that it's pronounced Knipex because it's a German word, but I don't know. Hope you guys like that. If you guys like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.